My name is Ken Furukawa, and the store just opened about 3 weeks ago, and the name of the store is called SURF N HULA HAWAII. A lot of my interests or hobby or collections really started with surfing. My son is a surfing instructor on Santa Monica Beach. He has a kiosk there. We did a lot of things together when he was young, and he got into surfing. And remember those days when fathers used to take their sons out and look for pogs, milk caps. While he was doing that, I was taking him to all these shops, buying him pogs. I used to look for bottles, old bottles, soda bottles, milk bottles. Then when he got into surfing, I really got to thinking, there's so many things to collect. Coca-Cola, but surfing, there's not too many. It's really a specialized area, and really a forgotten area, unfortunately, in Hawaii. When you go and visit places like California, Australia, it's a huge interest because of Dukanamoku, and he is truly recognized as the father of surfing. Whereas in Hawaii, sometimes I kind of feel like he never got the full credit of what he really deserved. So I really wanted to capture that in a store, not necessarily to sell, but the best part of doing something like this is really to meet the people, to talk a little bit about the history of talk about the memories, really to talk story. I think if anything I enjoy about this store is about talking story with the locals, the visitors. People from Japan, they have so many questions about Hawaii. Surfing is where my heart really started, so I started collecting a lot of surfing memorabilia. There could be trophies or souvenirs back in the late 20s, early 30s. They might have sold hundreds of them in Waikiki. These were used as toppers for cars. I think even the infamous Dukanamoku had a topper on his car, from what I hear. The story goes that somebody stole it, he got it back, but there were hundreds of those. Those were probably used as souvenirs. Later on, people use it as trophies, gifts. Because of the age and the patina, they're so difficult to obtain because you're talking like the 30s, and they're very heavy. I don't think they're any kind of precious metal. They're probably pot metal, heavy pot metal. People today are reproducing them. But these collectors, they know. They look at the patina, they look at the weight, they look underneath, and they can tell if it's a reproduction. I would say 80% of the things we see in the shop has something to do with surfing, so those would be mine. Even like glassware. If there's a surfer on it, I would buy it. I have some lusterware dishes, teapots and everything, but when I looked at it, made in Japan, but it had a little surfing scene on it. Because I was getting to the surfing memorabilia, I would pick it up. Medals, tokens, surfer crosses, medallions, awards, anything with surfing, patches would be my collection. So about 20% here I have on consignment. But I try to keep the theme of Hawaiiana. Yeah. So I would say 99% of the things in the store has a tie-in to Hawaii or a connection to the culture of Hawaiiana. When I think of Hawaii, it's not only surfing, it's also the music and the culture of the Hawaiian people. So I try to be sensitive to the Hawaiian culture too. Something like the village we had of the tiki hut and the surfer girl on the board. Those were red clay, we call it the red clay pieces. They're probably vintage to probably the 40s, 50s. That particular item of the display came from a cruise ship that no longer comes to Hawaii. But the ship captain, because the cruise line was going to come to Hawaii, he collected a lot of his personal Hawaiiana collection. And he had things like this displayed in a galley, in the open area, in the showcases, for the passengers to enjoy. Okay, our store is located on 3588 Waialae Avenue, and we're right next to the old Queen Theater. I feel right at home growing up in Kaimuki. I feel like it's an old historical town too. Our internet site is www.surfandhulahawaii.com. The hours of the stores are Monday through Friday. It's 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I only work on Saturdays, and I'm here from 10 to 4 o'clock. We have 2 retired people who work on Monday through Fridays to manage, pretty much manage and run the shop. Being a shop owner, I like to do the buying. I like to work with the people who want to consign products. I like to be a little particular because I still want to keep it in the theme of Hawaiiana. Aloha, and come and visit me. Bye.